Hey there guys, this is Rina and you are watching All Access. If you haven't watched the previous videos of me interviewing Rina from the gastronome, you want to just watch those videos because we are continuing a hot story from when the Procter & Gamble facilities manager was on Gong Road. She's called you. She said, I'm on my way. Can I come now?
Yeah.
And where were you?
I was at Chase Bank. We're doing a gig there.
Okay.
So called up the guys in the kitchen, clean up. The guys were coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, just make sure it's tidy, it's neat.
Yeah.
So yeah, get into the car, get to the house. As I'm walking up the stairs, pulling out my phone to call them, I see them at the door waiting. So
So they hadn't rang the bell?
So they hadn't rang the bell.
Okay, so you kind of arrived at the same time?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm probably not too sure. Was it number 3 or what?
Okay, okay.
Yeah, so I say, yeah, hi, how are you? Never met them before.
Yeah.
Introduced myself.
Yeah.
Take out my keys to open the door, and the person at the door is none other than Sean.
Hi, Daddy.
Hi, Daddy. So these ladies are looking at me like, I know we're going to your kitchen, but or maybe are we coming for a cup of tea before we go?
Before we go to the kitchen.
Or,
Yeah.
so there was a look of, okay, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
So I sat them down, offered them a drink.
At the dining?
At the sitting room area.
Okay.
So, and I said, guys, this is it. This is where we cook from. And there's a lady there who looked so like disappointed.
Yeah.
Like you're going to buy a dress and what you see online is not what actually comes.
Okay.
So, and I told them, come, I'll take you around. Went into the kitchen, showed them the mecos that we use,
On the floor, yeah.
the oven that we use, which is a domestic oven. You know, there was a way you'd get to the like the SQ, but it's still in the same house, which we'd use as a store. So potatoes are there. There's a freezer there. So in their minds, I can only imagine what they're thinking is, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
And based on what the job entails, they cannot give it to somebody like me. So we went back to them, but they haven't verbalized that.
Yeah.
So we went back to the sitting room, and I told them, you know, we really want to take part in this tender, and it would be a shame if you would fault us because I'm cooking from the house. We've done several events. At the time we had done Toyota, which was like I think about 200 people. We were at Chase Bank. I was telling them how we've done so many gigs at Chase Bank. You know, we had done a few from the house. So you know, the office then, though, I think about 50 or 60 people. I'm like, we can do that. Just give me a chance to cook for you, please. And so they said, "Sawa." In fact, the person who would have come is on leave, so we will brief them on what our report is and let you know
What the decision is.
What the decision is. And I was very content in my heart that it doesn't matter the outcome of this. I haven't taken them to a kitchen that is not mine.
Yeah, you were real.
I was real. I was
You were
completely honest and authentic with really what I can be able to do.
Yeah.
So the following week I get a call. You have been asked to participate in this thing and we're giving you a week
To cook and prove yourself. So first of all, I remember, sorry to pause there, but I remember this story where this guy was interviewing for a job. And there was a certain expectation of the level of this job.
Yes.
He didn't have a car.
Yeah.
And so he went and borrowed a car.
Right.
I think it was a German car that he borrowed so that he can pose in a certain way.
Sure.
So that then when he goes for that interview, because those people apparently they come out and see what kind of car
He has, as they're walking you to the car.
Yeah. I wondered when he told me that story. I remembered the story and I asked myself, what do people want? Do they want a show of success, or do they want people who are authentic and real, and they know that if I sign you up for me to work for me, whether it's to deliver a certain service or product, I want the guy who's authentic because I know I can trust them.
Well, it depends. It depends. And as human beings, I think we would be more attracted to somebody who seems that they can do it.
Yeah, that's true.
Being in a house doesn't seem you can do it.
No.
So, in fact, what P&G say, we are their make up their story. There's a slogan that they have where they spend a lot of effort changing people's lives.
Okay.
So Gastronome is a story that they are very proud about, because what they did right there was they took a risk.
They did.
They took a risk, and when they took that risk, when we cooked that week, there was no one who came. Business experience. So do you how many workers you have? As good as 3 guys, and we won the contract.
Imagine. Buying Pampers.
And
Ariel.
And Ariel. So that was our breaking. We broke through from there.
And well done.
Yeah. And
I mean, after that, when you say I cook for Procter and Gamble, who will not sign you on?
Exactly. Who won't listen to you? Who won't think that this is actually somebody who can do something?
Yeah.
Yeah. So finished with them. We're still with them today. I think 6 or 7 years on, we're still with them, and they're very proud clients. Like we do our best to ensure that they have what it takes. Every so often we'll do an extra something for them. I think last year we decided let's do for them a 6-year-old birthday party.
Okay.
So we did champagne, we did extra, we did a lot of extras for them, just to sort of appreciate.
The relationship is 6 years. Right.
6 years old. So this year will be 7 years. So that's P&G. And then after P&G, we had, those years they used to be in the same building with Google. So Google, hears, because, we're carrying food on the lift. Hey, who are these guys? The food looks good. The presentation that you saw, like, either the salads or the fruit, what you can see and not in the box looks, pretty decent. Guys are in uniform.
Yeah.
This is Gastronome. They provide food at P&G. Oh, okay. We've got a tender. Can they come? So we cooked for Google. They loved us. Again, we don't have a kitchen.
Yeah. You're still in your house?
Still in the house.
When Google came?
Still in the house. And I'm like, Mom, I need a kitchen. Because I can't bring them back to the house. So she says, you bring them to Karina Guest House. And I'll be at the desk. I'll be your guest at the desk. So she has a laptop there. They come. I'm sure.
Do they know this story now?
I don't think so. But the guys who were with us then have left the company.
Okay.
Mom says good evening. She's there over there doing emails. I took them round. I showed them. These are the grounds. We actually do events here.
Which is true.
Yeah. Took them round to where the kitchen is. They saw it. They were very impressed. I was like, the food has just left because it was quiet. There was nothing happening. And boom, we signed a contract, and there we were. So this small guy from the UK is now serving 2 multinationals with the 3 guys.
That's amazing.
Doing, so much work, from delivering to, going to buy nyama, burgers, knowing who is who, learning the skill of the trade, being in meetings, having to put in a jacket, sleeping on the road, having to sleep in malls because I have actually no energy, sleeping 3 hours a day because I have to bake and put out the pastries at night so that I can deliver them at 6 in the morning.
And now you're doing so much more. You're even doing movies and commercials for Safaricom and
exactly.
Airtel.
Yeah. So amazing, and from the 3 we grew to 12 to 20, and now as a business we employ about 85 guys.
Okay.
Across
this is where we are now.
Yeah.
This is one of the locations that you have.
Yes. Okay. So this ideally, the Ridgeways office is ideally our head office. So everything happens here, from supplies. So I'd say this is like a central office. Central office, yeah. So all the supplies come here. Our procurement ensure that everything is centralized here and then dispatched to the different locations, just so that we have controls.
Yeah.